It's me again, Joe, and welcome back to another video. And for today, I'm going to present to you the books that I'm planning to read for the Fall Readathon. Fall Readathon is a readathon or read-along activity organized by my fellow Bookstagrammer who is also a Bisaya, and she is Ati Jane, and her Instagram is at Books and Jane. So the rules for this one is that readers who are participating in this read-along must read basically books under the genre of thriller, mystery, or crime, or horror, or books that consist of characters that are really creepy or spooky, or those books that consist or contains a really weird magic system. These are the books I'm planning to read for this fall readathon. The first one is The Stone Sky by N.K. Jemisin. This is the third and final book of the Broken Earth trilogy. I've read the Broken Earth last year and the Obelisk Gate way back in July, and I really love it. Obelisk Gate is actually, if you don't know, an all-time favorite already, so I do have really high hopes for this one. Obelisk Gate really set a lot of things for this one, and you better not disappoint me. So yeah, the reason why I picked this is because of the magic system. It's really dark and depressing also, so it counts for the fall readathon, I think. So I'm hoping that I'll be enjoying this one. I actually started reading this last night, and I'm down to the first 45 pages. So probably this is the first book I'm able to finish out of the books that I'm going to, present to you in this video. The next book that I'm planning to read on this fall readathon is Wall by Huge Hoey. I would like to apologize if I don't mention the author's name correctly, but this is an English writer, and Wool has been one of the greatest science fiction in the 21st century according to Goodreads. So I'm really excited to read this one. The reason why I picked this for the fall readathon is because of the color. um, just kidding. It's a science fiction, post-apocalyptic, and it's creepy, end of the world. So I think it will, give us this horror, creepy vibe. So I'm quite excited to read this one. The next book that I picked and planning to read for this readathon is Black Witch, which is really thick. This is a young adult fantasy, and because there's a witch and the cover is black, and even though it's a fantasy, and I think it still counts because of the weird magic system, and also the characters are witches, so probably that will count at the Jane. And the main reason I also picked this one up and include this on the readathon because this book has been on my shelf for years now and haven't read this one, so I think I need to, and I have to read this. It's kind of a very beautiful book, but the main reason I did not pick this one up for the past couple of months or years is because it's really thick, and for a young adult it has a really small font size, so I was kind of intimidated. So hopefully, because of this readathon, I'll be able to finish reading this one. The next book on my TBR for this readathon activity is the second book of the Witchland series by Susan Dennard, and this is Wind Witch. The first book is Truth Witch, which I've read months ago, and I did enjoy, surprisingly. This is also another young adult fantasy, and again, I think it should be included because of the color of fall na fall, di ba? Orange, and also there's a witch. And yeah, magic system. I'm quite excited for this one because I enjoyed the first one, and most of the readers who've read the series told me that this is way better than the first one, Truth Witch. So we'll see, and hopefully if I do enjoy reading this, I'll pick Blood Witch, which is the third book of the series. And can we just include how beautiful the new cover of the series are? The new covers of the series are way better than the current covers, so why are they doing that? And the last book, the fifth book that I'm planning to read on the readathon, is Grey Sister by Mark Lawrence. I have this book for a very long time. I actually picked and started reading this last month. I'm down to the first 20 pages, and then I just did not continue because I'm still not really ready reading this one. I did enjoy reading Red Sister. It was very, very. I need to stop using very. I did enjoy reading Red Sister. I think Red Sister, you know, got me exhausted, and I'm not. The reason why I did not pick this one up because not because it's the Red Sister is bad, but because I'm not ready yet emotionally for the things that are waiting for me on this one. On the way Red Sister ended, it got me really exhausted, which is a good thing, by the way, not a bad thing. So hopefully this readathon will give me the extra kick to really pick this one up and finish this before this year ends. And who knows, probably by December I'll get the Holy Sister. It's out now. I've seen a copy on our local bookstore, and I'll probably pick this one up if it's still there after reading this one, because I've heard really good stuff about this series. So, and also the main reason I included this one is the magic system. It's really different and creepy. The characters also, especially Nona Gray, is spooky and creepy and weird and badass character that I've ever read in my entire life. So it counts. Date for the readathon, I finally picked the first book and I chose The Stone Sky by N.K. Jemisin. This is the third book of the Broken Earth trilogy. The first one is fifth season and the second one is Obelisk Gate. I am down to the first 200 pages already, and so far I am enjoying it. I was quite perplexed while checking some online reviews, non-spoiler reviews online about this book, and they said that this is the worst of the three, and they have reasons but they won't tell me why, especially on Reddit. They said that I just have to read it until the last page and then come back to them and tell them what I think about the book. So I'm quite really, perplexed why they were able to say that, but I think they have their reasons. They just don't spoil me. I still do have high hopes for this one because Obelisk Gate is probably one of the best books I've read this year, and so is the fifth season. That's one of the best books I read last 2018. So I have high hopes for this, and I'm hoping that this book will deliver and will satisfy me till the end. I'm down to the first 200 pages, and so far I'm really enjoying it. There were a lot of actions already, and then there were also a lot of questions from the past two books that were answered. So it was really satisfying and enjoyable, and I hope it will continue to be like this or even get better as I progress, and it will really blow my mind and give me the satisfaction I really wanted from the series until the last page. So this is for now. This is, by the way, today is October 3rd or 4th October. I'm not really sure, but I will be able to. I hope I will be able to finish this before the 5th or before October 6th. So see you on my next update. I'm still reading The Stone Sky by N.K. Jemisin, the first book that I picked for the fall readathon, and this is the third and final book of the Broken Earth trilogy. And it's October 4th now, and on a previous update, I tried to finish this today, but it rained in the afternoon, so I chose rain. I chose sleep over reading, so I woke up late in the evening and then ate and then go back to reading. But I did make some progress though. I am more than almost 80%, I guess, because the remaining pages at the back are all extras, so it made the book thick. I'm almost done with this one, and so far, if you're going to on my last update, I was on high hopes for this one because this is the third and final book. But as of this moment, after making some progress, I was quite disappointed because this isn't a spoiler. But in this book, we're following three character arcs. In these three character arcs, I guess it's not working for me as for this one because this is the finale book. We want things to keep on happening, getting big and massive and answers, and get the readers really give the readers the satisfaction or the ending that they've been wanting to after reading the first two books. But in this case, it's not that it's not doing that for me. There are three character arcs again. One is very boring, one is was okay, one was very exciting. So in every chapter is one character arc. So you get to read this very exciting character arc and then it ends and then I'm boring again. So I kinda don't like the stopping of the momentum, because I just want it to keep on rolling and rolling and rolling, and ah sad. Hopefully this will end positively. I will be able to finish this probably tomorrow. We'll see, and I'm still having high hopes for this one. uh, Please use the other oh, sorry. I'm still reading The Stone Sky, and it's October 5. And I'm down to the last 20 pages, so I'll be able to finish this one any minutes by now. I just read something from this book that left me speechless, and I just really can't contain. I really don't know how to feel about this book, and but one thing I'm sure of is this is a really good book, a really good trilogy series. It deserves the Hugo Award, and this is how you write a finale. This is how you write an epic conclusion. It's October 6, 4:51 a.m. and I'm still wide awake because of this book. I just finished it, and oh my god, I I'm not really 100% capable of telling you how brilliant N.K. Jemisin is, and how epic this book is and the entire series is, because I'm very exhausted. I stayed until 4:51, almost 5 a.m. just to finish this book, and it says a lot of how good this is. I'll be back. I'll just get some sleep, perhaps, and then give my reviews with a clear and well rested mind. But one thing's for sure is an epic conclusion for an epic series. Brilliant masterpiece. I'm so tired. You can see it in my eyes and my voice. I'm really sleepy. So night. It's 4 p.m. and I woke up around 2 p.m. today, and the main reason why is because I stayed up late finishing this one. And as promised, I am supposed to give my thorough review for The Stone Sky by N.K. Jemisin, but to be honest, I am still out of words. I don't know how to review it properly. I just need more time to gather my thoughts, to organize my thoughts on giving a proper review to the epic Stone Sky, the epic conclusion of the Broken Arrow trilogy, and probably I will be able to review also the other two books, the Obelisk Gate and Fifth Season. We'll see. So I just decided to make a separate video for my book review for the Stone Sky by N.K. Jemisin. But for sure, I really did love it. It is an epic conclusion for me for an epic series, and N.K. Jemisin was really brilliant for for giving us those books. And now I'm up to choosing my next read for the readathon. I do have 4 more options on my pile. Those are Red Sister by Mark Lawrence, we have Wind Witch by Susan Dennard, we have Black Witch, and we have Wool by Yuji Howie. To be honest, I am not in the mood to read any of those 4. I am planning to read a light, fast, and fluffy book from now, since Stone Sky got me really exhausted. So I probably read something book filler first before I continue reading from those pile. So I'll be choosing maybe later, after I would get some sleep again, rest for an hour or two, and yeah. That I said on my previous update that I will be picking up something that is light, fluffy, and easy to read, something that's very fast, and I decided to pick this one, The Passage by Justin Cronin, which is completely the opposite of what I told you.
This is very thick, very intimidating, but still it will count as a book for the fall readathon because this is a zombie apocalypse, end of the world. That's all I know about the premise. Something's, you know, went bad with the US inventions. And take a look at this. It's kind of heavy. Take a look at this. It's almost 800 pages with a very, very small font. I don't know if this is a good idea, but I tried to read the first 20 pages and I was hooked. So I might, you know, continue reading this one and then I'll just give you some update. It's October 7, I think. October 7 ba? Yeah, probably October 7, Monday. And I'm, after hours of reading last night, I'm still on page 81 of the passage. And by the way, I already got the sequel to the passage, which is the 12. And it's way, way shorter than this one. And I also have some books here by Harlan Cobain. So let's continue reading. Hey guys, it's October 8th, almost 12 midnight, and I decided not to continue reading the passage by Justin Kernin and just read something from the pile for the readathon. So I picked Wind Witch by Susan Denner. This is the second book of the Witchland trilogy, and I just started this afternoon, to be honest. So I am now on page 60, and so far nothing's good is happening in this book. I haven't read anything yesterday and earlier this morning. I just played a lot of games, so probably I'll get back on track for this one. We'll see. For the book that I'm reading, unfortunately, I wasn't able to continue. Wind Witch by Susan Denner, the second book of the Witchland trilogy. I put it yesterday because I'm not really in the mood to read fantasy with that kind of magic system for now, and I'm not really getting the vibes from the world of from the book. I will return to it soon, probably days from now. But for now, I chose to read Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. This is a standalone young adult fantasy also. Margaret Rogerson is the author of Enchantment of Ravens. And surprisingly, I'm breezing through it and now I'm halfway through the book. I just started last night and I stayed up late again. Today is October 9 around 4 p.m. I just woke up around 2 p.m. So I'll just eat and then do some house chores and then continue reading again. I'll pick Sorcery of Thorns and do my best to finish it tonight. An update for my vlog, and I am still reading Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. I'm already almost 80% and it's October 11 around 9 p.m. and I'm still stuck with this one, but I am very confident I'll be able to finish this before midnight. So wish me luck. I hope there will be no more distractions so that I can read and finish Sorcerer of Thorns before October 12th because I badly want to read another book and I can't, imagine reading another book without finishing this one when I'm almost done. And so far, Sorcerer of Thorns was a disappointment. I was expecting a lot from this one since it did have a lot of good reviews on Goodreads, but I don't know. It's me again, not you know, getting tired already for young adults these days. And there's a lot of tropes in young adult fantasy books that I don't like, but are here in Sorcery of Thorns. So probably those are the reasons why I'm not really loving this book so far. But who knows? There's still around 20% left in the book, and maybe it can change my mind, and I'll eventually love this book from a disappointing one to a very good one, or maybe an all-time favorite. So let me just continue reading this. I'm actually reading it in an ebook format because I'm still broke and I can't afford to buy a physical copy. So yeah, that's it for today. So I am almost done with Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson, and I hate it. And I'll be explaining more why I didn't like this book, or why I'm not really enjoying reading this one. It's probably one of the worst book I read this year, so we'll see. Just finished Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson, and I gave it 2 stars. Unfortunately, I did not enjoy the book as what I was expecting to. I guess I was expecting that I will be able to, have a good time reading that one because of the hype and the love from the book community that it's getting. But unfortunately, that book was not really for me, and it was really sad. There's a lot of reasons why I didn't love the book. Most of those reasons are probably the tropes the author used, the young adult tropes. That's a big no. The young adult tropes that are not really for me, that I really do hate, especially insta love. Even though some of them said that it's not insta love, but for me it was pretty obvious that it was insta love, and many other plot holes also, which for me kind of, it sucks. I really did my best to really love the book because again, many readers love it, but it was not really for me. I'll be making a separate video for that one for my review for Sorcerer of Thorns. Hopefully, I'll be able to film tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. So, yeah, that's it. And I picked my next read, and I picked A Man Called Ove by Frederick Backman. This is the first book I'll be reading from this author. I heard a lot of good things about this one. Hopefully, this will not disappoint. This is a very loved book by the book community. So I'm down to the first 24 pages, and my eyes is kind of tired right now. So I'll just put this one down and, you know get some sleep and continue reading this one tomorrow. But before that, maybe play some PlayStation games first, and then, until I doze off. So just before I play some PlayStation games, I just have to do some update for this one. Again, I was reading this book together with Sorcery of Thorns, and I just finished Sorcery of Thorns first before this one. I almost, 200 pages for this one, and so far I am not also enjoying this. I don't know. There's something about young adult nowadays that are really bugging me, and I'm not really buying a lot of young adults nowadays, especially young adult fantasies. Maybe because the problem is me, not these books. So I'll be continue reading this while reading The Man Called Ove by Frederick Backman. So I'll be reading 2 books at the same time. And a little update also, I think I need to not read The Passage by Justin Cronin for now. I'll just get back to it by the end of October. And yeah, that's it so far. So hopefully I'll be able to finish this this weekend before I start my job on Monday, which I'm really excited about. So I know I promised that I last night that I will be reading or this one for my next for the next book that I'm going to read for the month of October. But something happened this afternoon. My order arrived, and a lot of books arrived actually. So it kind of influenced my mood on what book to read next, and I pretty got excited to read this one. Um, Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. So I don't know. Should I read 3 books at the same time? Should I? For sure, I'm not really in the mood for this one for now, because I need to follow my intuition to read what makes you happy. Read what, you know makes you excited. This one is just a filler for, a good read, looking for a good read after having a bad experience reading Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. But this one just came this afternoon, and I tried reading a man called Ove. I still don't know how to pronounce. I'll do some Google after this one. And while I was reading this one, I just passed 100 pages mark. I can hear the voices of the book, pick me, read me. So, ah, and aside from this one is also bugging me. It's so beautiful, and the cover is just really perfect for Spookathon. Oh my god. I don't know what to do. Um, what I'm really sure as of this moment is that I'll just put this one down for now. Continue reading this one, and I'll be reading another book together with this one, and that will probably be Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. Like, yes. Chapter, and I am multitasking. So, yeah. BRB book. I'm still reading A Man Called Ove. I finally figured out how to pronounce it. It's Ove, not Ove. And I'm down to 223 pages, and I'm just almost 100 pages before finishing this one. But I think I need to stop reading by now. It's October 13, 10 p.m. Around 10 p.m. I need to sleep early because I have some important things to do in the morning tomorrow. So I'll probably finish this one tomorrow, and then I'll pick for sure Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. I started reading that one already, and just a couple of pages. But I put it so that I can focus on this one and finish this one as early as possible, so that I can concentrate reading the Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. Good morning. It's Monday, October 14, 2019, and it's 9 a.m. I just woke up, and I woke up late. I should be waking up by 7. And the culprit of me waking up late is because of this one. I should be sleeping by 11, but I caught myself again sleeping by 1 a.m. Almost done with this one. Down to the last 50 pages. And A Man Called Ove is a really great book so far. I'm loving it. It's very funny. But for now, I just have to prepare going back to the office after 6 months at last. So, special day for me today. So, this will be the final update for the first part of my October reading vlog. And for today, I'm going to do a review for the last book I've read, which is A Man Called Ove by Frederick Backman. And I'm going to give you some updates on the current book that I'm reading right now. The current book that I'm reading are the book that I read after The Man Called Ove. So it's been a while since I filmed because I was really busy. If you don't know, for those of you who don't know, I just went back to work this week, and I just started last Monday. Just yay, finally. And I'm just really, adjusting to the new working environment, to the new place, new people. So reading books is not my top priority anymore as of this moment. But don't worry, I am still reading books. I was still able to finish a book this week and started a new book this week. So yeah, we'll start the review for A Man Called Ove by Frederick Backman. I finished reading this one a couple of days ago. I'm not really quite sure when. By the way, today is October 20. I just have around 11 or 10 days left before October ends, and this is the start of my weekend, 2-day rest day before I go back to work again on Monday. So A Man Called Ove, again, going back, is an adult contemporary, and this is the first book I've read from Frederick Backman. I got this physical copy from Book Sale, so it's very, very cheap and in perfect condition, which is for me a steal. And I was not really quite excited to read this one, to be honest. But when I picked this one up, I don't know. I don't really have any idea why did I pick this one. But when I finished reading this, I did not have even an ounce of regret of real of why I read this one. It was really a total worth read. I gave this 5 stars, straight 5 stars, solid 5 stars, and my reasons. I do have a lot of reasons. I need to apologize. I'm just really tired. Just went arrived home around 10 p.m. and still have a lot of things to do when I went home. So yeah, going back, I shouldn't have been making excuses at this moment. Yeah, I gave this 5 stars. The reasons why I love this book is that the main characters, especially Ove kind of reminds me of, Evelyn Hugo, if you read that one. Not because this book has the same theme for the Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, but this one is unique. It's a different one. But when it comes to characters, they kind of, you know, got me at the same level. I did connect to them at the same level, especially Ove. I did connect to him. He is a very flawed character, very realistic. That's the main common things between Evelyn Hugo and Ove. Um, Ove is such a flawed character, and you can't help but be pissed at him, but at the same time also root for him and love him. He is a lonely man. He's an arrogant, strict old man who does not have any child nor a wife, and he lives all by himself in this neighborhood where he is one of the first citizen in this neighborhood. So he gets, he thinks he's a senior and he got the power to implement rules, what things need to be done or what are the things that need to be followed in this neighborhood. And he is always upset to those people in the neighborhood who are not following or violating these rules. So Ove is not that well loved in the community. He is very arrogant, very moody, and that's how he was introduced by the author. But as I continue reading page after page, I eventually um, connect to Ove, and I definitely can empathize to him. I totally understand, especially when you totally understand why he is acting like this, where he's coming from. When you can finally empathize to him, you'll finally feel bad for him, and you'll finally root for him, and you cannot stop yourself loving Ove until the last page. I did really connect to him. This book was really heartwarming and very emotional. It punches the readers with a lot of realistic lessons that only old people can experience. But if you're going to read this one, even though you're not old, you'll get to experience the wisdom by usually old people get to experience. So I'm very thankful for this one. I've learned a lot of lesson, and I totally is very happy that I was able to meet Ove. Another things that I really enjoyed from this one is that how the Frederick Backman was able to build or make Ove build relationships with some of the characters, some of surprising strangers which you would not expect that he will be able to make connections with, and even non-humans like this cat on the cover. um, Alve was able to make connections with this cat, which is kind of funny and kind of unique, and also it adds to the element of why this one or why this book is a really good book. And yeah, so I highly recommend this one if you're looking for a very heartwarming and emotional and full of lessons with a very great set of characters, adult contemporary book. I did not cry, but I can see and I do have some reason. I can actually see why other people will be, crying after reading this one. So yeah. So for this, it's a solid 5 stars and highly recommended and a very worth read. So this is the third book that I finished in October. After this one, I pick immediately Dark Matter. Actually, I picked this one while I was on the last part or last chapter of Dark Matter because I was really excited to read this, and I have been reading this for the past couple of, probably 3 days, and I'm still around. It's quite ironic, around 30 plus pages, around chapter 2. It's that because I'm really really busy at work. I do my best to finish this on weekend. I have 2 days ahead of me, Saturday, Sunday, and I hope I'll be able to finish this before Monday starts again, so that I can start again a new book on Monday. And yeah, so I can't really tell you a lot about this one, since I'm around 30 pages so far. So that's it so far, guys. Thank you so much for watching the first part of my October reading vlog. And just you know I'll just post the link for the reading vlog part 2, October reading vlog part 2, on the description of this video once the reading vlog part 2 is available. So for now, since I'm still not yet done filming part 2, and I still not will be able to film it yet, because I don't know, hopefully it's not only dark matter that will be in the part 2 of the reading vlog. So we'll see. I'm I guess this is where I end now. It's quite a long video. So if you like this video, guys, I need your support. Like this video, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and see you on my next upload. Bye. Oops.